A very good morning from Riga, Latvia. I'm about to take a walk around an area of the city called the Moscow district. In the 1920s, Riga City Council decided to build a central market hall, replacing the old market nearby. They brought in 5 gigantic Zeppelin hangars left over from an abandoned German airfield close to the border with Lithuania. After it became apparent that heating such large structures would be near impossible, they decided to only use the top half of the hangars. Riga's Central Market opened in 1930 and remains the largest market in Europe. I have made it inside, and at its busiest there are over 3,000 stands in and around these hangars, forming a marketplace of over 70,000 square meters. Up above me you can see these giant Zeppelin hangars. Bit of Latvian history right there. Back outside now. So this neighbourhood originally sprung up outside of the old city walls of Riga, which is where I was yesterday. And it was built around an old road that connected this city with Moscow. So therefore a lot of trade either left this area or arrived in this area from Moscow itself, and therefore the name the Moscow district came to be. This area of the market looks like it's closed down. These are the original buildings of the port. The port has now moved about a mile towards the Baltic Sea. But over 100 years ago, these are all the storehouses that would be used to store whatever those boats used to bring. We're just making our way to the next stop. It's incredible how much building work is going on here in Riga. Just everywhere you go there's scaffolding and work being completed. This place is going to look very different in 5 years' time, I think. This is a Russian Orthodox church. It's got very strict rules for entry. Females cannot go in without a headscarf. Females or males cannot enter wearing either a skirt or shorts. And since I'm wearing shorts today, I'm not allowed to go in. Strangely enough as well, as we turned up, we witnessed a married couple getting their new car blessed. We couldn't make it up though, because as they then drove out, they caught the car on this stone part of the wall, scratched the car. Right there is one of the many wooden houses that I've walked past here, and as I pan around, another one of those famous landmarks of the city, and that is where I'm heading. So I'm getting closer to it. Apparently ordered to be built by Stalin himself, who wanted something to rival the Empire State Building in New York. You can see how similar it is to it, but it's a lot shorter. Apparently the political will was there to build something as tall, but not the experience or technology. The Empire State Building in New York used steel to get it as high as it is. This building is built without steel, it just used concrete. So there were big limitations to
how high it could be built. So I've moved around just off the side. The building's actually 23 stories high, 350 feet. And if I zoom in at the top there, 766 rooms, by the way, are inside the building, so it's pretty sizable. The red bricked areas up there that you can hopefully see, they are the hammer and sickle signs of the Soviet Union. It's been debate as to whether or not to take them down and remove them, because communism here is a part of Latvia's history they'd rather not promote. But it gets to the point where if you take something like that down or remove it, you'd have to remove everything that's associated with the Soviet Union, and you'd end up having not much left, because whether you like it or not, there's a huge Soviet influence on the city and on the country for obvious reasons. They pretty much ruled here after the Second World War right up until the early 90s. So the tour of the Moscow district has ended here at this enchanting 1950s building. I'm going to go in, head to the observation deck. Okay, so the instructions are go to the 15th floor and then walk up 2 more to get to the observation deck. And 15, this is my floor. There we go. That's quite interesting. A few documents on the wall to tell you a little bit about the place, I would imagine. The panoramic view of Riga from observation deck is in that direction. Followed the corridor through, and now it's saying go up the stairs. So true to the instructions I had, where it actually said go up 2 flights of stairs, that's what I'm going to try and do. This building, by the way, well, that's 1 flight. This building, by the way, still has all of the interior that it had in the 1970s. It had a refit in the 70s, hasn't had one since. Very echoey in here. This is, I think, the final set of steps. Still going up though. Must be this way. I'm at the top on the observation deck. Time to sit back and enjoy the show, I think.
The Latvian Academy of Sciences building is the official home to the country's scientific community. Construction started in 1951, with the official opening taking place 10 years later in 1961. The building is a cousin to the Seven Sisters of Moscow, which are 7 Stalinist skyscrapers built in Russia's capital. It is also connected to a number of other skyscrapers built in the Soviet bloc, such as the Hotel Ukraine in Kiev and the Palace of Culture and Science in Warsaw, Poland. The Latvian Academy of Sciences building stands 108 metres tall and was the highest building in Riga at the time of its opening. Due to its elaborate design and construction, it's known locally as Stalin's birthday cake, or simply the Kremlin.